Is this thing on? Alright! So, finally I'm back. I know I haven't made a YouTube video in a little while, or maybe it hasn't been that long, maybe it's been about just a little bit over a week. But, it's time for me to get back to the swing of things. So, I've noticed that some people have sent me some inboxes on Instagram as well as on YouTube requesting more specific videos about investing in property as a foreigner in South Africa, and about buying a plot of land and building up a property from scratch, that kind of thing. So I'm definitely going to see what I can put together for that. But in this video today, I want to talk about the very simple thing that I do every single day, and that's renting out properties. You kind of just go anywhere and you're likely to end up nowhere that you want to flip. So you always press one and head out to see and what's the story of renting out. This is where we do that is check any nice properties that you also want to look at the average price. So the reason why I want to do that is because earlier this afternoon, one of the other agents actually spoke to me and said to me that one of the owners was very concerned about why there's been no inquiries on a property and why nobody's rented it out yet, why nobody's even come to view the apartment, and it's been listed for a couple of weeks. And then when I asked her why, the price, well, it was way above what the market related price is for a rental property in that particular area. So that's what I want to talk about. How to rent out your property and what you should charge. So to answer that question, it all starts with homework. Like with everything else that I've spoken about in all my other YouTube videos, it always comes down to doing the homework before you actually put anything into action. It's kind of like having a business plan before you actually open up the business. Without it, you're kind of just going anywhere and you're likely to end up nowhere. So, first bit of homework, like with buying a property, an investment property, a property that you want to flip, you always want to find out what's going on in that particular area at the moment. Easiest way for you to do it is to go onto places like Private Property, Property 24, even Gumtree, and having a look to see what properties are being rented out for. Check what the average 2-bedroom apartment is being rented for in that area. What's a studio apartment going for? Easiest way that you can do that is check the latest 10 or 20 properties that have been rented out, and check and see what the overall average amount is for the 2-bedroom, for the 1-bedroom, for the studio, for the 3-bedroom, whatever. And that will give you a good idea of what the proper market-related rental price is in that area that you want to rent. Okay, that's the first thing. The other thing that you want to do is, once you've now seen what the average price is for a 2-bedroom, and let's say you're renting out a 2-bedroom, you also want to look at that average price and compare it to exactly the properties that are being rented out for that price on the market, and compare it. Look at what you have, what you are renting out, what you have to offer, and compare that to other properties on the market that are going for the same price. Are you giving the same value? Are you giving better value? If you are, you can push up onto the higher end of that. If you're not, you may have to drop it a bit lower. And this is really important, because if you don't have the property priced right from the beginning, I'm talking about renting, especially now in this market, and I've heard this from a number of owners over the last 2 or 3 months, saying that they've never struggled before with finding a tenant. It just took them one little Gumtree ad and they could find a tenant overnight. Now it doesn't happen that way anymore. And one of the biggest reasons why is because there's so many new developments that are coming up right throughout Cape Town that there's a lot more competition. So with more competition means obviously more supply on the market and more choice for the tenants. And so they're going to go where the price is better, or they're going to go where places are new and fresh. It's just the way things work. So all the more reason why you need to make sure that you're doing your homework. Alternatively, approach your local rental guru and have them do the work for you. So, very important. Check to see what the average rental price is for the 1-bedroom, the 2-bedroom, whatever it is that you are renting out in the market now, by checking places like Property 24, Private Property, Gumtree, whatever else, right? Then, once you have that, you can market it at that average price, but then look at the properties that are available at that price specifically and compare it to what you have. Because other people might be looking at it and saying, okay, your property is going for 12,000 as is so many others, but you don't actually have 2 bathrooms, you actually only have 1. Or you don't have a garage, the others all have garages. Whatever the case is, tenants are always comparing. Then, lastly, make sure that you take really good pictures. Often one of the mistakes that a lot of people make is when they take a picture, it kind of just shows one section of the room. Like you kind of have that kind of vision of it, instead of actually showing the whole view and panning across. And the best way to do that is to actually do panoramic mode on your camera, where you can pan across the room and make it one big picture. It really helps a lot to show the real space in the room and give the tenant a better idea of what the space is actually like. Okay, so there are your tips for renting out the property in Cape Town. Remember, we are in a more competitive market now with all these new developments that are popping up. So pricing it right is very important. Getting the right pictures is very important. And using the right agent is just as important. In fact, it's probably far more important, especially with more competition. Otherwise, guys, hope you guys are having a lovely week so far. And I'll be making some more videos, or at least one other video later on.